there'll be opportunity tonight for you to maybe step out of the boat and, as it were, stretch. Maybe give feedback for the first time on a call you're listening to. Maybe you've never done that, or ask the question, or whatever. And if you can, turn on your camera. We like to see it's a lot more fun that way. And if you can't, we understand. But I believe we have a call. I know we had somebody who wanted to calibrate the call. Did anyone bring a call with them? Diana, do you know if anyone?
So tonight we have a schedule for role plays actually, with you and Cody, but Cody won't be here tonight. What we could do is do a call first, if you want, and then we'll jump into the role plays as well.
Yes, I think if my memory serves me right, we were gonna have a call calibrated tonight. So did anyone bring a call? I want to make sure we have that opportunity. Chung?
Yes, I think we have a call. Alonso says we have a call from Jose.
Okay, fantastic. Chung, you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been feeling kind of stagnant lately on calls. Like, I'm not sure where I'm at in this. I don't know. It's just been a while since I've gotten a call, but I've got some recently. But I feel like I've been like falling off the wagon. So, because it's been a while since I've done a call. But
yeah, I understand the feeling very, very well. Yes, it's a common feeling. Come back after you've done 10,000 calls, literally. With anything, it's a numbers game and rep. You know, you will go through periods like that because, this last week I've had very few good conversations, but I've had a few. It's just the nature of the beast, you know. So
yeah,
stick it out, and congratulations for your question. It's
I do have like the thing that just keeps playing in my head when I'm making these calls and I'm getting rejected is when you once said like you can't say the wrong thing to like the right person. So eventually when I do get the calls that people are interested in selling, you don't even have to do much because they do most of the talking. So
that's right.
That's what I think about when
you're right. You've never been insulted once. It's all about them. So keep that in mind.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, mindset's very important. And how you start your day and what you do before you dials is very important. Perk yourself up. Listen to your favorite music. You know, listen to a good motivational speech. It's amazing what that will do to your energy, and that will come across as you talk to people, and you'll be amazed at the difference that makes. I like Jim Rohn is my guy. You know, he's no longer with us, but his wisdom and business philosophy is out of this world. So listen to Jim Rohn. I'm sure you've all heard of I can't brain fart, but what's that big motivational guy? He started out with Jim Rohn. Tony Robbins. There we go. My brain's caught up with it. Tony Robbins, he started out listening to Jim Rohn. So I recommend that. There's plenty on YouTube. This all helps the mindset and helps you set your day off. So I recommend you do that. Have a morning routine. Remember to practice. Who put a one in the chat if you've practiced today? Your script. Well, let's celebrate those who's been practicing. Anyone? There we go, Marcy. Great job. Jim Rohn. Yeah, let me put his name in the chat. Jim Rohn. That's how you spell it. And
all right. In the meantime, that Graham puts the name there, we can start pulling up the call in the meantime.
Yes.
We'll do the call first and then
let's do that.
We can do the role play.
Yeah.
Linnell, are you ready for the call from Jose Blanco?
Yes, got it. I'll play it now.
Awesome, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello, Victor.
Yes, it's Victor. Yes.
Hi, Victor. This is Jose. I'm calling about your property for sale in Valverde. Do you have a
Yes.
minute to talk? Did I catch you in the wrong time?
Well, I'm trying, but I can at least briefly talk.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing the property. Might be a fixer upper, right? Is this a property that needs some kind of work to get it at the best
Yeah.
value
So
possible?
yes, so this works. So that's the reason.
Okay, fair enough. Catch me up to speed, sir. What's the reason for selling this property? Is it vacant? Are you living there?
Well, it's been a rental house, so that's why right now it's vacant. So instead of keeping renting, I decided to sell it.
It was a rental? Okay, but it still has a tenant on it, or it's vacant right now?
Yeah, it's now vacant, so nobody's.
It's vacant. Okay, got you. And so, what happens if you don't get the price you want? You go again and rent it, or you just tired to be a landlord?
Well, I don't, that's why I'm trying to end my landlord. So I'm 85 years old, so my
Awesome.
poor
Yeah,
state, so I need to sell it. So.
I get what you're saying. Okay, okay. Actually, I see the price as 190. How do you come up with that price, sir? May I ask you?
Well, you know, like everybody else, okay? I used to be a realtor myself, investor, so I'm not total dummy, okay? But,
Okay.
if you fix it up, you can sell it, you can do, see comparable, you can sell it for 270 to 60.
Yes.
So that's why I thought, they should be, even if you spend $40,000, so you still have some room.
Awesome. Okay.
Under 30, that's,
Awesome.
if I start fixing, probably new roof to get the new roof and new paints, there is some, a
Okay.
lot of
Cool.
work.
All
A lot
right.
of
So
work.
you are
You got stuff, might be involved in that. So
awesome. Okay. So I mean, you say you are a realtor. Why not going on the MLS? I mean, do you have a realtor friend that helps you with that, or is your license
well,
still available?
to fix her up or so, it's hard to, I don't know. That's why I posted by myself.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
really want it fixed up so for the regular customer. But
Okay.
this is for me.
All right. Awesome, Victor. Hey, I have a question though. Is the property free and clear, or are you still like paying a mortgage for it?
There is no mortgage.
Mortgage. Awesome. Okay. So, what would be a good time, Victor, to introduce my investor with you and see if we can buy this property from you? I mean, sounds like a good investment for us. It's a matter of just meeting you. What would be a good time to meet in the property to see it?
Just got quite busy right now. But yesterday I was holding an open house. So some people were coming.
Okay.
Well,
No worries. Yeah.
Next weekend, next Saturday.
Next Saturday, you say? Okay.
Posted from 12 to 4 o'clock.
Okay. Fair enough, Victor. Hey, Victor, before we go, by any chance, do you have an email address where we can send you a letter of intention? We are going to run the numbers and, get this process started. Do you have it or?
We still have to go and see first, right? Before we
Yeah, for sure.
Before giving them the numbers. Understand. But, a lot of no ballers there, so that's it. I'm not getting tired of no ballers.
Gotcha. No problem. Well, so.
They start from $5, okay? Or for $1, okay?
Yeah, I mean.
And I'm 30,000, 60,000, so 90,000.
Yeah. I got you. And for a cash offer, Victor, is there any wiggle room on the price? I mean, would you consider 150 cash? We cover closing costs.
There is nothing else. It's, I'm supposed to get cash anyway, so it's
Yeah,
up to
for
you.
sure.
They're going to get the loan, whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
What the seller gets the cash in. There's nothing else, right?
All right.
And
Victor,
US dollars, right? You see so
understand.
many people calling, okay?
Yeah, I understand, Victor. I don't want to be like another of those knuckleheads just calling you and wasting your time. We are really serious about buying properties.
Yeah, it should
in
be
this area.
close to that, maybe. At least I got an offer yesterday for 170. Okay, that's why I'm considering that. Maybe let it go for 170.
170? Okay.
So I'll
And
tell you.
okay, what's the highest offer you got so far? I mean, it's just recently posted, and you're getting a lot of calls, right?
No, that's what yesterday. Two guys stopped by, so at least we agreed on the 170. Okay, at least I pulled out the best offer for him.
Got it. Okay. So just to clarify, you wouldn't be opposed to a cash offer, but if we have to do something like terms, would you consider like owner finance or something along those lines?
No, nothing. I'm 85 years old.
I understand. No.
That's the only option I left. So. I may die tomorrow.
Okay. No, don't say that, Victor. Come on, man. It's still life ahead of you.
I'm just pulling my envelopes already. So.
Yeah, I understand the point. I see where you're coming from. Okay, Victor. I think I got. So, what would be the ideal timeline for you to sell this property? How soon do you want to sell it?
Well, just the right buyer. So today, tomorrow, a week from
As
now.
soon as possible.
There is no limit. So.
Awesome. Okay. Is there any sooner time I can arrange like a callback from my investor? Like maybe later on today or tomorrow? Are you gonna be free?
Who are you then? Yourself?
My name is Jose Blanco. Okay, I'm the connector.
I'm talking about what connected. So.
Yeah, I'm a connector. Okay, I work with multiple investors and agents. This investor I will present is also an agent, but he might be interested on purchasing directly.
Because
he's not going to be trying to get a listing.
A lot of scammers there. I was told to be aware of a lot of scammers.
Yeah, sure. No, man, I want to be completely transparent with you. I'm not a scammer, but I'm not even in Houston, okay? I work remote. I'm from Venezuela, okay? So I'm working remote for my investors who are in Houston. So I'm just being straight honest from the beginning. I don't want to get you confused or anything. It's just
that's what I was told about guys like you. That those are scammers. If they call from Venezuela or from Minnesota, so those are just not a real buyer.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fake that I'm a buyer at all.
Yeah, I understand. So,
most of those people don't ever tell you that. They don't tell. They say they are the buyers, but that's pure bullshit. I'm not the buyer. Again, I know about real estate. I know how to make an offer. They gave me the numbers, and I run the offers for them. But I want you to meet my investors so you can trust the process and you can see it's not a scam.
Okay, so that's next weekend. So it's you can check the listing. So it says that next on March 30th will be open house. Feel free to come by and inspect the house.
You're gonna have the open house. Okay, awesome. The open house on Saturday.
March 13th from 12 to 4 o'clock. So let them know because you double check the listing.
Yeah.
So you pulled up
For
yourself or somebody else told you about this or?
I just go to Zillow and look for sale by owner listings.
No,
like
okay.
You.
So that you looked up yourself. So just
I do that for myself. It's just my job.
Because
I
about
do this
all-
every day. Yeah.
Okay, that's your job. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just my job. I mean, I do
Okay,
this
so-
6 hours a day. So I really appreciate when I can have a conversation with someone. Really.
Okay, fella, I need to go now. Okay.
Go ahead,
So
brother.
let
No
them-
problem. We will.
Let them stop by on that time and
Yes, sir.
make the bid there, okay?
Yes, Victor. No problem. Count on that. Okay. My investor name is Luber. He will call you back on the, between the week, just to confirm, the appointment for Saturday. Okay.
Okay, but it's going to be open house, so that's right.
Yeah, for sure. But I want you to know him
I
at least in the phone first. So yeah.
to make aware that he's coming. So if nobody's coming, so then I don't need to hold open house.
Exactly. No worry, Victor. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, by the way.
Okay, thank you for calling. Bye bye.
We're going to get this solved. Thank you, sir. Bye.
All right. Jose,
Hey, Graham.
hey, give me what feedback do you have on yourself there?
Well, the seller has a sensate price according to what this estimate says, and he said at some point that he would take 170. I tried to build some rapport with him to let his guard down. When he asked me, where I probably, didn't have to mention that I'm in Venezuela, but I don't know why I felt like in this case it was better just to, tell the truth. And yeah, because he was kind of defensive, like saying, no, a lot of scammers, blah, 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 And yeah, I don't know. That's what I wanted to calibrate the call to get feedback and see what can I improve.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing the call to us. Well, what did you think you did really well on that call, on that conversation? What did you do well?
Well, I got the feelers. I got the price, the timeline, the motivation, the condition. The motivation is that he's retiring. Like I got the seller open up to an appointment on the open house. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I handled the rebuttals. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. One of the things I did like on the call that you got that he was a retired realtor, is that right? And then you asked him, you dug it in a little bit deeper. So I like that you followed up with that to explore, really why he was selling. If he's a realtor, why doesn't he sell it himself? Well, he kind of is as a for sale by owner, but you asked a few questions there. What do you think you did not badly, but what could you have done better, do you think?
Not cutting him off. Maybe playing more with silence, less pushy. I guess.
Yeah.
That's that in general. Like hearing the call again, I was like, I was too fast.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, yeah, you were pushing him. Yeah, you were trying to push him onto the ropes, as it were. So a few points I felt. What does I know Alondra and Diana, you've got some feedback. Do you want to say what you felt about the call? And then I'd like somebody who's never given feedback yet on a call to give their opinion. And so let's do that first, and then we'll hear from Alondra and Diana. So who wants to get uncomfortable, maybe never given any feedback? Tell us what you thought about the call. Miguel, yeah.
Yeah, I just had one thing to say for Jose. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold going on. Jose, the only thing I would change, because you're very good, you sound like you're a professional, man. for sure. But at the end, so that when he started talking about scamming and all that scammers, the only thing I would change in there is maybe you should have told him everything is done through title company. That way he could feel more comfortable. And you should have maybe mentioned that. That's the only thing I would change. That's the only thing.
Thanks, Miguel.
Cool.
To pick on somebody, give some feedback.
Thanks, Miguel, for that feedback.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Alison, Jay, have you ever given any feedback?
No, this is the first time. But
Very
yeah,
good. Yeah.
the call was good. Though it was a bit risky when he mentioned about his location, but he was able to turn it back. I mean, get his trust, but just by educating the seller about what he really does. So yeah, it was a good call. He was able to build a relationship with the seller. He was able to even get the an appointment.
Thank you very much for your feedback. Great job.
Yeah.
All right, Diana, I know you got some really good feedback, and Ali too. So, Diana.
Okay, I was gonna have Alondra go.
Okay, Ali, go ahead.
All right. So, Jose, a lot to unpack here. So, I'll give you an option. You want, softball or you want hardball? Like, you let me know.
However you want. I mean,
No, pick.
hardball. Go hardball.
All right. So, starting at the beginning on the intro is just, it's pretty weak. It's, hey, is this seller? Yes. Hey, seller, I'm calling about that property on Main Street. Okay, what about it? Yeah, I'm calling to, see if you're still looking to sell it. There's nothing for the seller to respond to. So it's just these unnecessary awkward pauses. And if this guy does have it listed as FSBO, he's probably getting a lot of calls or a couple of calls. So when you come in there, the way that you start the call is going to set how the seller perceives you for the rest of the call. So on this one, you came in kind of weak. You were like, oh, sir, can I ask you, do you have a couple of minutes? You're already putting yourself as, hey, oh, I'm just Jose. I'm not important. I'm not special. I'm just Jose. When you just say, oh, sir, and oh, can I ask you, do you have a couple of minutes? Get rid of it completely. If he's busy and doesn't want to talk to you, you've seen this. They'll just hang up. Be like, hey, I don't have time. Click. Right? So don't ask if they have time. Just get right into what you want to do. And one of the things with your intro, right? I believe you should experiment. There's people who do different intros, have different pauses in certain places and ways of doing it. But overall, for like the industry, what you should do, write out your intro, and then time it. Your intro should be no longer than 10 seconds. Whatever intro you want to use should take you no longer than 10 seconds to get into that conversation. Anything over that, you're dragging it. All right. Next thing, you don't want to lead. You're assuming a lot. Don't lead. Also, make sure you're asking open-ended questions and letting them respond, right? If there has to be a little bit of silence, a little bit of awkward silence, and that's, something that I'm starting to learn more, is just let them talk. Like, okay, so tell me what's going on with the property. Yeah, I'm selling it. And then usually after a couple of seconds, they'll be like, oh, that's it. Or they'll be like, or are you still there? And if they do that, you can just be like, yeah, I assumed there'd be a little bit more, right? Because we're trying to, oh no.
Oh, what a cutie.
Move, go. Okay.
Okay.
Back at it. So Open-ended questions. Make sure you ask a question. So, hey, take me from the top, or I think you said, catch me up to speed. What's going on with the property? And just be quiet and listen to the response. What they say, you want to grab onto something they said, and that's how you continue the conversation. Next thing, you were double asking a lot of questions. It was like, hey, Jose, what'd you have for breakfast? Also, last night, what time did you go to sleep? But then also, did you call your mom and tell her you love her? Like, it's like, which one do I answer? So careful with that. It shows that when you do that, all it means is you're uncertain. Did I ask the right question? Sometimes, even if it's the wrong question, you got to let it rock. You're like, what, well, what timeline do you want to sell? Or like, just stop yourself. Just let that question sit, let them answer it, and give your time to think about that next question. After that, so we're still like kind of at the intro part. So after you finish the intro, you went into, okay, so what happens if you don't get the price? This is way too early, right? So typically when you want to ask about, hey, what happens if you don't sell? This is after we've already taken them through a process. We got their motivation, their pain or gain points. We got their picture perfect scenario. Man, when you get the money, oh, you're going to Hawaii, you're buying a boat. Okay, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Okay, but what happens if you don't get that price? That's going to hit a lot different than if you just come out the gate. What happens if you don't get that price? So that one, I'd be careful of the placement. Next, scheduling a walkthrough. If you're going to do this virtually, you want to push that off until you have a contract, a signed contract, because then you have to worry about getting somebody out to the property. And the guy's like, all right, yeah, I can walk it. He already took pictures of the property. He can tell you about the condition if you really, want to know. Or you can ask him. It's a line I really like from Jeff Smith. Okay, so seller, I see the pictures online. Looks interesting. Is there anything that I can't see in the photos that would affect our offer? Then they'll be like, oh, well, there's a little bit of settling in the back room, but it's nothing major, or there's an issue here, but I'm resolving it. That's a way to help you gather that information rather than pushing the walkthrough. Also, with you kind of doing your own thing, is, there's two types of routes you can take. You can be the guy that shoots out an offer to every single person, and then, one of those shots are going to land. Or you can take a more sniper approach, if you will, which is and what that really means is making sure the person you're talking to is actually motivated. And one of the things that I did want to talk to you about is, man, FSBOs, usually that's not it, man. They're usually like, oh, I just tossed it on the market. I do it once every 2 years. They don't really care if they sell. If they did, they would list it with an agent to get more visibility, or they would sell at a discount. Neither of the two are happening. So unless there's some serious reasons for him not listing on the MLS with a agent or selling at a deep enough discount or some sort of discount, I would really question that motivation and try to hammer that. Because here, if there's no motivation, there's no urgency, his price is already at market, there's nothing you can really do. You can try to disqualify cash and go into terms, but I wouldn't sit here and shoot out cash offers if he's at Zestimate or above. So a couple of smaller things is, if a seller is like older, right, you kind of pivot it into terms a little bit. Make sure you close the door completely. So I like to think about Sandler submarine, right? So think about a sub, and the sub has the different compartments and the different doors. And when you shut the door, it has that little wheel and you turn it and you seal it. That's what you want to do when you're doing creative. So you want to let them know, like, hey, if we were doing cash, seller, which we can do, but man, we probably have to be at somewhere in 250, 270 range. And I'm assuming that wouldn't work for you. Oh, hell no, I wouldn't take that. All right, thank you for calling. Hey, no. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing. So, all right, cash, it's probably not going to work here. So the next thing that I'm actually thinking of that might actually be a good solution is if we were able to give you the price you want and we did something creative. Oh, are you talking about terms? Yeah, something like that. Have you done that before? Well, yeah, I did in the past, but now I'm too old. I'm gonna die. Okay. Well, hey, I hope you live as long as you want to live. So when you sell this property, what do you plan to do with it? Well, I'm gonna let it sit in the bank. Okay. So if they're just gonna let it sit in the bank, right? God forbid, seller, if you did pass away now, who would get the property? Oh, it would go to my daughter. Okay. So if we set up a way for you to get some money in your pocket, get the price you want for this property, and you were able to make an investment today that helped your daughter, 10, 15 years down the line, is that something you'd be interested in? Right? Because when these people are 85 years old, it's no longer about them. Most of those people are thinking about their legacy and what they're leaving behind. So that's usually something to combat that, right? Who's that next person? If there's nobody, then hey, it is what it is. Also, instead of saying like, hey, I'm just a finder and I'm going to reach out to my investors, a word that I got from Mike Gomes is funding partners. Rather than saying, hey, I'm going to find you a buyer, let them know like, hey, I work with funding partners who I partner up with on different deals, depending on the deal. And that's how I get this done. I help them I bring them opportunities, they bring the funds, and we work together that way. Now it doesn't sound like, oh, I just find deals and I bring it to these random people. It sounds like, hey, I actually have an operation and a structure to this. Also, I wouldn't willingly divulge like, hey, I'm in Venezuela. Nothing against Venezuela. Hopefully I visit you guys one day. But people in America, they hear you're in Venezuela. This guy said, he's like, it sounds like a scam. Usually people in Venezuela. So you can say you're in Venezuela, but just know that people are going to view it as, okay, you might be a scammer. That was all I had. I think I hit everything. Did I miss anything? Let me know.
That's amazing, Ali. Thank you for all that feedback. And Jose, I recommend you actually watch the recording of this, because that's a lot to take in, and really study it and apply all this, because that was gold. Those are gems, and that's going to give you that quantum leap on your calls. And a reminder for you and everybody, PACE doesn't recommend for sale by owners. And I've worked for sale by owners as a realtor, and Ali said exactly the right thing. They lack motivation. Typically, a for sale by owners just trying the market to see if they'll get a really high price. Those for sale by owners are way overpriced. You can see them as much as 6 figures overpriced, what the house is worth. So definitely recommend you listen to that feedback again. And I would even transcribe it, write it down so you'll have notes. Yeah, you'll internalize it as you go through it. So thank you, Ali. That's a lot, very valuable. Jana, I know you had feedback as well. Go ahead.
No, actually, Alondra covered it pretty well. So you mentioned actually something that I was gonna say to Jose. So these meetings are on the Facebook group. So I would actually also suggest for you to rewatch the feedback. I know it was a lot to take in, especially on the call and everything back to back. But if you go back and write those things down and work on them individually, I feel like that will help out a lot on your calls. And you're making these calls every day. I think you should practice one thing at a time, and then it's gonna get you there where you apply those feedbacks that are being given to you. But it is important that you break those things down the way we break it down to you, right? But yeah, other than that, good job. All right, let's move on to the role plays. We still have time. We'll time them to 2 minutes so we can have more people go. I think Chang wanted to do it, right?
Yeah, I'm down for more practice. I need as much practice as I can get.
Okay, is there any part of the pillars that you're struggling with that you want to role play, or
No, those are fine because like when the seller's interested, all I have to do is just like give them like a cue and then they'll go off on it, right? But then it's usually the crazy people that that gets me flustered and I start like, oh crap, you know?
yeah? Okay, so you just need a red seller role play.
Yeah, red sellers
Edit.
are my current.
Cool. All right. Who wants to play red seller with Chang?
I'll do it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Let me time it. 1 second.
And while she's pulling that up, reminder on the role plays, you can be difficult, but you have to have some sort of motivation. Okay?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
all we ask. All right.
Awesome.
You can make
Hey,
them
I
work
just
for
wanted
it.
to say
but motivation.
before entering into the role play, thank you for that feedback. It was golden.
Yeah,
You
hit me up.
Yeah, you give me good advices on how to. But I wanted to also state that this for sale by owner was different in the case of that he was kind of, the price is not is below this estimate, like 40K, 50K below this estimate. So it was like one of a thousand. It's very difficult to find for sale by owners like this guy. Just want to let you know that.
Yeah, but
But yeah.
you know, you also passed it to Herbert, but then you submitted it as a JV too. So
To what? To Liber.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
because Liber is an agent also. So these kind of things, these for sale by owners,
Mhm.
are mostly opportunities for agents. Okay. And this guy is an agent and investor. So I just, forwarded, like I disposition the deal as much as I can so I can get better opportunities to help that person or to, get a deal for a buyer or an investor. I don't know if that's the right approach, but it's just what,
Okay.
what I have been doing. Yeah. But thank you. Really good feedback, honestly. All right, let's do a role play. Hey.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. And the start on ring, I'll play the 2 minute.
Ring.
Hey, who's this?
Hi, Jose. This is Lee. I'm a local home buyer. I'm calling about your property on Main Street. Are you looking to sell that by any chance?
Oh yeah, but you get so much calls of this type. Yeah, I mean, what is your offer?
Yeah, well, I didn't run any numbers yet. I'm just calling to see if you're interested in selling and then to get some information if you are. Are you interested in selling?
Of course, I'm interested, but I mean, I don't want to waste my time. I mean, do you got a number and like an offer?
Yeah. I haven't run any numbers yet. I just want to see, get some information. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you tell me about the property?
Well, the property is in good conditions. I have been, taking care of it. I mean, maybe the roof could be replaced in like 3 years or 4 years, but for the rest, I mean, it's good to go. I mean, I really want to sell the property. I'm sad to sell it, but it has to go.
Oh, okay. What's got you looking to sell the property?
I mean, why does it matter?
Well, I just want to understand your situation so I can make the best offer for you. But,
I just want to sell it because I just got in a divorce, and yeah, man, it's kind of personal,
Yeah, I get it.
We have to sell it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. How long were you thinking about selling it for before my call?
Oh man, yeah. Well, I mean, we got divorced 2 months ago. Now we are in the process, but we already decided that we need to sell it.
Okay, and there was selling was the only option for this divorce.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would love to stay, but I can't afford it. She already went.
Oh, so sorry. What can't you afford?
I mean, I can afford to own their house myself.
Oh, I see. So it's the monthly payments you can't keep up.
Time.
Good stuff.
Was I going down the correct road? Should I have been like, he said he wasn't comfortable with talking about it, but I kept pushing it. Is that a problem?
I liked it, John.
I
You
like how you
actually
did.
you weren't double asking, and you were trying to understand the situation. So I like that, So, did you feel you were going too fast?
Yeah, because well, I in my head I had this played out where when I asked him for the price and then he wasn't interested in telling me, I was asking him, oh, okay, let me get more information from the property before I make an offer, and I was going to be like, oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's what is it? What would you place it as? And then he'll give me like a number like 7 or 8, and I'm like, what would get it to 10? And just more information about the condition. And
Yeah.
then once I got that information, I was like, it sounds like a great house. Well, what's got you looking to sell it? But I kind of cut that part out. So and it went through motivation. So I just went with it. But I don't know if I was like because some sellers do get annoyed when I ask for motivation, because that's where I get shaky, because they're like Jose said, it's kind of like none of your business or something. So I don't try to be pushing. Try to keep pushing in the situation.
Mm.
No, but what's good? I think you handled it good. I mean, and I did bring an objection, like, why did you care? But you never ask for the price. I just say right off the gate, what's your offer? And you say, oh, well, at this moment,
Yeah.
And it was good. That's it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, and he asked for a price twice, and you correctly responded. You said, I haven't got a price for you yet, so that was good. You can always come back and say, well, what price do you have in mind? That could be a good response as well.
Yeah.
But you got him on the motivation, and that's the most important. I like that it was a divorce and he had to sell. I might have said, well, I understand you might want to sell. How about this? Have you thought of renting it out? Are you, or do you intend to live in the property, or does your ex intend to live in the property? That might have been a good follow up.
Yeah.
And if neither of them are going to live in the property, then rent it out. You don't have to sell it.
Yeah.
Explore that one a little bit, because then that will give us a clue on the exit strategy and how we're going to dispose of the property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you did a good job asking that last question before the role play ended, where is selling the only option that you guys have? That was a really good question. Great follow-up question. I think you handled it pretty well. Like overall, I don't think Jose was right enough for you.
Yeah, the ones that get me really frustrated are the ones that are like $1 million, and then as I'm talking to them, I'll search it up, and it's like this guy's asking like 500K over. Should at this point, and then in my head, I'm kind of like pushing it, like I'm trying to get the lead, and I think that's where I go wrong, right? Because I shouldn't be. Should I even be pursuing those?
You say you respond to the correct response to that. If it's way over, this estimate is. Let me ask you this. I'm really concerned about the price you're asking. Do you think it would appraise for that?
Yeah. I did ask that too for one of the red sellers I had today, and he was like, "I don't care what it's appraised for. That's the price I want. You called me."
Yeah,
It sounds like you're not really interested in selling them. I think would be
that's right. Yes, if it's not going to price for that price, with all due respect, it doesn't sound like it's serious about selling.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess at that point I should just cut out because I've been kind of pushing that. I'm like, well, I can see if I can try to get that price, and are you open to terms? And that's when it just goes off the tracks.
Yeah, You can say a rhetorical question. You could almost say, well, what buyer do you have in mind that's going to pay this much over what it's worth?
Yeah.
Who are you targeting? Yeah.
All right.
But okay, let's move on.
Who wants to go next?
We need another volunteer.
We're doing 2-minute role plays tonight, so we're gonna have time for more people to go, hopefully.
I would say that she was up to role play.
Who's never
Who?
done a role play, or maybe somebody who's not got on the phones yet? You'd like to break the ice, and you know, this is a good place to start before you get on the phones. Do you know of anyone, Diana? Who should we pick on?
We have Amaru Gonzalez.
I could be the seller. I mean, if you guys.
Yeah, Miguel, you be the seller.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm actually, when it says hello, I'll start. So any of you ring in.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Who is this?
What's up? No, so
what
Amaru,
can I
you're
do
the
for you?
caller.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
heard.
So you do the ring, ring. You do the ring, ring.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
because
Go
yeah,
ahead.
because they
Sorry
were
about
around
that.
it.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Ring, ring.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Hi, Miguel. This is Amaru with the local home buyers. I was calling about your property on Main Street.
Who
We're
are
real
you?
estate investors.
Who are you?
I'm sorry. Oh, my name is Amaru
Amaru. Okay.
from
What's up?
local home buyers. I was calling about your property on Main Street. We're real estate investors, and I just wanted to know if you have considered possibly selling.
Well, what do you got? What are you offering?
Oh, awesome! So you are looking to sell. Perfect.
Well, it depends. Depends on the price. What do you got?
Well, since I work with founding partners, depending on the deal, I'm sure we can find the best price for you. How does that sound for you?
I don't know. I mean, just give me a price, and yeah. I mean, if the price is right, I consider selling.
Well, the reason why I said that is because I don't have an actual number right now. But would you mind sharing a little more about the condition of your home? If you would rate your house from 1 to 10, 10 being a brand new house.
My house is pristine condition, excellent, because I keep up to date with it, so it's in great condition. I would rate it a 10.
That's excellent to know. Very, very excellent. So if you, let's say, had a $20,000 gift card from a Home Depot, just to give you an estimation, I'm not giving you that number as an estimated number for the house. Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I was about to hit him hard. You didn't give me a chance, but I was gonna. I was gonna say $20,000 gift card. I'll buy a bunch of tools for myself because I told you my house is pristine condition.
Oh.
Maru, do you have a copy of the script, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. What we recommending is you practice your script at least 10 times before you get on the phones. So when are you due to get on the phones?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. So practice your script at least 10 times. I recommend you have your camera on and you see yourself, and then you can give yourself feedback afterwards. It's really cool technique. So
Yeah, another thing, Amaro, is write it down in front of you because I do that and it works for me. The
Perfect.
the pillars and everything. It works. It works. Just copy the pillars
Understood.
and the question for each pillar, like, motivation. What has got you thinking about possibly selling your property? Price. You write down the question about the price. Do you have a price in mind? Condition. What condition is the house in? And yeah, I mean, if you write it in front of you, it's always better. You're gonna have it there. You're always gonna look at it, and that's a good way to get the script down tight.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great advice, sir. I actually have my notes. The one that the one line that I use with you is the one I just wrote down, and I have the script
Cool.
in one tab.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I don't know if we're past that, but I wanted to share. I wanted to share this feedback from Mr. Jose's phone call. I don't know if it's like a feedback, but a personal experience of mine that I had in my previous work in a phone call agency was that, yeah, sharing your actual location can cause you troubles. I've never shared it, but I've had experiences with some clients because some colleagues and sometimes my boss were speaking back in Spanish. They got really pissed because they thought we were in Miami, where the headquarters were supposed to be. And well, this one was a special one. I'm not saying all Americans are that way, in no way, but he said some offensive things like, you're in America, you're supposed to be speaking in English, and he was speaking in English with me. It's just that he heard someone speaking in Spanish in the back, and he hung up. And well, yeah, I from experience, I confirm that I should never, or I mustn't say that in my case I'm in Bolivia. I'm not outside from the US, so the client can have I don't know
yeah,
more
that's good.
trust
That's
in
very
the
good feedback, Amaro. Yeah, we say we're local buyers. That's what we say, and that's all we need to say.
yeah
yeah.
we're local.
So let's give
So
somebody
because
else a chance. Jay, do you want to have a go?
thank you.
Jay Allison?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who would like to be the seller?
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let me just open the script.
Hey,
I'm not yet
Virginia, can
familiar,
I
but
pick on you as the seller?
let's
Would you like to
try.
be the seller? Virginia?
Okay, I'll do the seller.
Very good, thank you. Just start with ring ring and then go ahead. You can have the script in front of you.
Yeah, 1 second. I was actually fixing it, but okay. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, Virginia, this is Jay with Local Home Buyers. I was calling about your property on Main Street. For a real estate investor, I just wanted to see if you have considered possibly selling.
Well, how much are you offering?
That's actually a great question. Well, we haven't run any numbers yet. We wanted to gauge your interest in selling first. Having that said, do you have a number in mind you would like to get for your property?
No, I really don't.
I see. Well, any estimate or price range?
Well, I'd like to get about 300,000 for it.
300K. Okay. Well, we're looking to buy properties in this area. What can you tell me about it?
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, Virginia, every house has a story. I was just curious to know what's the story with this one.
Well, It's my house and, I really have to sell it. It's kind of personal reasons. So I don't really, yeah, I don't really know if that really matters that much.
Anderson, this will actually help me better understand your situation. When you say it's kind of personal, what do you mean by that?
Well, there's a situation I really have to move. Uh, I just have bad memories in this house. And I really want to move to a different one.
Got it. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, just to get a better idea of the condition, what would you rate your house 1 to 10, 10 being the brand new house?
I'd say it's about a 7.
7.
Kept it
Okay.
up pretty well, but it's not a new house.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Well, if you had $20,000.
Fine. All right, good stuff.
Right, thank you, Jay. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I was
just
trying to be
practice the
difficult.
reps. Yeah, how did you feel you did, Virginia? Given
I
some,
thought he did pretty well. I was, trying to, not like, I didn't really want to give anything away. And I think he did a good job, pushing a little bit for the motivation.
yeah,
He didn't really have time to dig into it really far, but he pushed a little bit, which is good.
yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be it's gonna be just reps, but it's a really good start. I liked it. And Bagu, you had your hand up.
he kind of pushed for the price too a couple times. When I said I didn't really know.
Yeah, I did. Oh,
So you gave him a good run for his money. Go ahead, Bagu.
I thought Virginia was speaking. I was going to wait until she was done.
I'm finished.
Oh, okay. I thought he did really well. Did pretty good on the intro, for being a first timer, and then also thought would be nice. I felt like he was a little bit nervous, or I felt awkward, or not sure. So
Yeah.
that's
I
happened to
get
me
it
so
because
many
a lot of
times.
you guys are watching. That's
It's
like
happened
I'm
to
on the
me
spot.
so many times. So that's why it's a feedback that I've gotten over time. It's gotten better. So that's why I was telling you, like, it gets better each time. Yeah, but overall, I did really well.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bagu. That was really nice. I like that. And thank you, Jay, for going through that. And thank you to everyone who's come on the call tonight. I hope it's been of benefit. And I would also make it a habit of thinking about it. We got it recorded and we record them for a reason. It's a good idea to, if you got a little bit of time, maybe in the evening or something after you get off the phones, to listen to the recording. They're on Facebook, and Danny will put the link to our group. We just recently renamed it on Facebook, and it's also available on YouTube. It's sad because it's the last one this week. We're not meeting tomorrow. It's Good Friday, so I do do some homework. Remember to go through your scripts. I would recommend you do it at least 10 times. You're gonna just speed your progress by doing that. And do we have any other announcements, Diana or Shad?
Yes. Okay, so I did drop the link there to Facebook. I'm not sure what we changed the name to, but we'll check it out. So we actually have a guest speaker next week. Okay. If you want a sneak peek of who it is, join the group. It's going to be posted there. Okay. Earlier this week, we did a small activity, okay, welcoming our new team members. And so we'll continue to do the activity because a lot of new people joined and we're able to do it with them. And so I want them to participate as well. So let's take a few minutes, just a few minutes to do so. If you need to jump off, that's fine. But basically, any new team member that joins the company, all right, needs to either sing, dance, or tell a joke here, right now. All right. So let's pick on Jade. He's one of our newest ones. And next, I'll pick the next one after Jade. All right, Jade, what do you want to do tonight? You want to sing, dance? You want to tell a joke?
Nothing much. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
None of the three? Any talent you have in there? Hidden talent? Oh, God. All right. All right. Let's move on to Virginia. Let's see what Virginia got for us. Interested to see. Virginia, you want to dance tonight? You want to sing tonight? You want to tell us a joke? You can unmute. We have a shy crowd tonight.
Yeah. I didn't get my joke prepared. I didn't expect you to call on me. Let's see.
Dance, 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 dance.
Do you want me to dance? I'll dance. I can't sing and I can't think of a joke, so I'll dance. Chair dance.
Oh, dance.
need
All
music.
right, let's go. We actually, guys, we have a DJ here.
Oh yeah. Play some
Guillermo
music.
it's a part-time DJ where he's at, so Guillermo can pull up the song. Guillermo, you're there?
I'm here, but like today, I'm not gonna be able to actually play any songs. I mean,
Just so you can
I'll,
sing.
The DJ is off today.
yeah, not today.
All right.
The weekend.
Let me pull up a song here. All right. 1 second. All right. It's gonna be a different one now. All right, 3, 2, 1. Virginia, you're not dancing.
I can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Let me share sound.
Gotta have a beat.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Let's go, Virginia.
Nice.
Very nice. Awesome. All right. Thank you for participating. All right. We'll be back next Monday. Same time, same link. Again, we'll have a guest speaker on Tuesday. So if you want to find out who it is, go join the link. I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining today's training. I'll see you all again next week. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Later.
everyone. Good night.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend as well.